Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make your own DIY washes for weathering and for panel lines and rivets without spending a fortune. I'm Mike Myers, and y'all know who this is. It's Moosey. He just had a vet visit today and he did real good, took us all his shots real well. I'm proud of him. Say hi, Moosey. Okay, you're here for another episode of Modeling with Mike. And let's talk about the benefits of a DIY wash, shall we? Number one, of course, it saves money. And number two, it's customizable. Usually you can get a pack of 12 oil washes of various colors. Mix the colors up. You don't need that much. I'll show you exactly how much you need in a little bit as we go in a little further in the video. And as you'll see, it's just as effective as the store-bought washes. Common options for washes, DIY washes, is your enamel wash. These are the ones that just hit on with where you use oil paint and mineral spirits, and that's what we're going to use today. You have your acrylic wash. You use acrylic paint and water or flow improver. Water is less money. You have to buy flow improver unless you use dish soap. An ink wash. I don't like to use ink washes because you use India ink and water or alcohol. India ink is kind of messy to use. If you haven't been around it and you get it all over you, it's going to stay on you for a while. So I try to stay away from that. And then you can use just thin down black or brown paint. And as I said before, you can add dish soap to all these for a flow improver. I am going to meet you at the workbench, and I'm going to let Moosey down because he's getting a little antsy. There we go, buddy. And I'll meet you around at the workbench and I'll show you exactly what you need and how to do it. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, we're back at the workbench and here's everything you need to do this effectively, to make your own wash and to apply it. You need a paintbrush, an old paintbrush. Need a bottle of oil paint. I use this palette here. You can get these at any box store for $1. If you don't have a box store in your town, I'll look one up for you in Amazon. I'll leave a link for you in the video description. Paper towel. Need some cotton swabs to clean it off your model. Depending on what you're using, if you're using acrylics, you need IPA. If you're using oils like we will be today, you need mineral spirits. I forgot one thing. You need a pipette to apply your mineral spirits. And also, you need something to be washed. First things first. We'll put these back over here. Mixing the wash. You need a couple of sheets of paper towel. Fold it up a couple of times because you're gonna put your oil on that. This is gonna be what soaks up your oil from your paint. Grab your tube of paint. I got burnt umber here. You just get out a little bit, just a little bit. Put it on the paper towel, let it soak up the oil. After a little bit of that, after the oil's soaked up, scrape it back up with your toothpick. Put it in the well of your palette. Mix up your mineral spirits real well. Make sure it's nice and mixed. And you add 2 pipettes of mineral spirits. Or 1.5. I'll go 1.5 pipettes. And you mix this up. Make sure you get it all mixed in good. Eventually you'll have a burnt umber color to your wash. Make sure if you get any paint on the side there, move your mineral spirits up and pick up that paint. If you see any bits and pieces of paint, make sure you keep on mixing it up. Make sure that stuff gets mixed very well. It can take a little bit of time, but hey, once it's done, once you got it all in there and mixed, it's worth it. Should look like this. Have a nice wash. This is going to be your sludge wash. Okay? Now make sure it's not too runny. Okay? Because this is going to get a sludge wash as a sludge wash because you just slop it on your model like I did here. That is a sludge wash. Remember, always, I'm not going to do it this time, but you always want to test on a scrap piece, okay? But due to time constraints, I'm not going to do it this time. Now we got a sludge wash, I believe. Your sludge wash, you want it to stay on your brush like that. There you go. Look how that's just caking on to the model. You just want to lay it on thick. Sludge wash is used for basically weathering. Shows how, like on this fuselage, it's going to show how all the grimes build up on it for over, say, a number of months or years or whatever, you know. So basically, there you go. That's how you apply. You just lather it on, slop it on, all over it. Let it go in your mineral spirits. Let it rinse your brush out. And then I did this a couple days ago. What you want to do is you want to let this stuff dry for 24 to 48 hours. I did this a couple days ago. I'm going to show you how to remove it now. Basically, what I use is a paper towel. I'm just going to rub this off. Look how it comes off. Look at that. Beautiful. It's coming off great. Or, yeah, I'm going to do the front. Let's do the front. And you just wipe it off. And what this is supposed to do, like I said, is show some grime buildup on there. You don't want it all to stay on there. You just want little splotches of grime, like in the recesses there. And then, yeah, then it's gotten into the panel lines. Oh, wow. That's looking okay, fair. And you just keep wiping till you get your desired level of grime. If need be, put some mineral spirits on it and dab it along. Get a little less, more off there. You don't want that much grime. There you go. You got that, as opposed to that. To make a pin wash, well, that's just easy. All you need, take your pipette, add a lot more mineral spirits, make it runny. Your sludge wash, I would say, would be 5 parts or 6 parts to 1 thinner to paint. Your pin wash is going to be double that. I would double that. So 10 parts, 12 parts to 1. And you stir it up. You want some on the side, make sure you stir that in there. And you're just making this a little more runny. Okay, you want it to have capillary action, and I'll show you what that is. Okay, here we go. You still have it on your brush, but look how it runs down now. And right there you have a bunch of rivets. Just see how that just sort of runs around the rivet. That is what you call capillary action. And then you let it go down the panel line. Let it run down the panel line. You just tap it. That's all you need to do is tap it. Let it run down the panel line. So you got that's all the panel lines done and the rivets. Okay? Again, let it dry. 24, 48 hours. And you will have something looks like this. Now, to get that off, I've shown you how to mix it up, showed you how to apply it. Now, how do you get this off? Well, that's where your cotton swab comes in. Get a little mineral spirits, start rubbing that off. Okay, you want to get it everywhere that it's not supposed to be, except for the panel line. Okay? You don't want it out here. This is not a sludge wash. Wipe it off. The panel lines, then take your dry end. Now, dry side. Now, what you want to know on this is you want to take your time. You want to take off all the stuff from around the panel lines, but not on the panel lines. Now, get another cotton swab. And you start going around your rivets. Just dab it, dab it, dab it, dab it around your rivets. Take your dry side, dab it, dab it. And this is going to soak up all that extra stuff that went everywhere. There you go. Now you can see how just for time I'm going to stop there, but you can see what I'm getting at. I'll have to do a little more cleanup, but how that all your rivets are accentuated with the dark and your panel lines are now accentuated. But I can do a lot more cleanup on that. It also works on screen areas, stuff like that. Okay? So that's basically how you put on sludge wash and take it off, and how you put on a pin wash and take it off. And always remember to work on a scrap piece first. You want that to be dry, but not cured. Okay? If it's cured, it's not going to come off. It's like a paint. If it's cured, it's not coming off, and you're going to have a ruined job. So I would say, to be safe, you could take it off after 36 hours. Okay? If you're using an oil. Now, some disadvantages of a DIY, especially in acrylic. Acrylics I don't use because they dry too fast. You don't want a sludge wash especially to dry too fast and then it doesn't come off. You want that nice grimy look on your model. That's what you're looking for. India ink, I don't use that. it's nasty to work with. It's just, once it gets on you, it stains and it stays there, and it's, oh, no, no. Okay? And remember, hey, that versus that, that's what you get from a sludge wash. A nice grimy look to it. And you don't have to use black. You can use, like I did, burnt umber, or, you know, any number of colors, grays. And then that's a done panel. That's a panel that hadn't been touched. So as you can see, you can get some good effects. Okay, I'm going to turn the chair around, and I'll meet you in a couple seconds to end the video. As you can see, making your own washes is easy, cheap, and very effective. It works great. All you gotta do is remember the ratios to mix it with. I go 1 part paint with 5 or 6 parts of mineral spirits for a sludge wash. Make sure that's thick. Okay, not too thick, but you know, you don't want it to have capillary action, which is what I showed you, where it runs down the side of the panel line. And then double that, 10, 12 parts mineral spirits to 1 part paint for your pin wash. So you want it to move around your rivets, and you want it to flow down your panel lines. Okay, that's the key. Remember, 24 to 48 hours, let it dry. This is an oil paint. It takes time to dry, but you don't want it cured. You want it to dry, but not cure. Okay, now 36 hours, I would say, is that nice little spot where it will be dry but not cured. So basically try it yourself and let me know in the comments how it works. Always, as I always say, I always love hearing from you. Next video, we're gonna run this back again, and we're gonna use weathering powders, using pastels for weathering powders. The 2000, I wish it was 2000, but 200 sub update. As of today, we're at 128. 72 left. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. So I'm sure it'll be before, hopefully it'll be before summer, that we get to go live forever and ever. Amen. So that all being said, nothing else left to say but what we always say here: never stop pushing your modeling boundaries. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.